Yeah. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Delbarton High School in Morris Township, New Jersey, as GSHSW.com presents this non-public A semifinal matchup between the Bergen Catholic Crusaders and the Delbarton Green Wave. Donald J. Brower here for the first time this season, a man you may have heard on other streams, and we've been very impressed. I've been great feedback from, but now I get to actually call a match with him. Thomas Farquhar, congratulations on being up to the big time with Donald Brower. How you doing?
I feel like I've been promoted. I really do. I'm excited, just as excited to work with you as I am to work this match, Don.
This is going to be a really good matchup. I mean, Delbarton's been wrestling more of a national schedule as of late, but this is a historic rivalry between both of these schools when they do it. So, you know, and you know what I like here? Delbarton walking out. They ain't running out. They're walking out. They're here for business. And Delbarton has a real good shot at handling their business tonight.
Nah, I totally agree. I think it may be a little different. The last time these two teams met, it came down to criteria. That was back in 2022. Bergen Catholic won 24-23. But like you said, this is a different Delbarton team than back then. We got 8 state-ranked wrestlers in their lineup, 4 for Bergen Catholic. The Green Wave are truly rolling this year.
It's funny because this whole section, it seems to be almost like a fight amongst a couple of the same teams. For years, it was the Delbarton Bergen Catholic. Then Bergen Catholic kind of slipped off, and St. Joe's Montville came in. And St. Joe's has been a little off. Now Bergen's back. I mean, I don't think, my personal opinion, as good as they've been, I don't see anybody touching Delbarton this year. But I know we've said that the last couple of years when they've gone down the states, and the favorite has not won this section. So it's going to be a great matchup here, I think.
No, that's a great point. Last year, Delbarton came in a heavy favorite, probably just as good a team as they have this year, and they did lose in the final, to your point. St. Joe's took them out in the finals.
And then it was back and forth with St. Joe's because the year before, St. Joe's came in as the heavy favorite.
Correct.
And lost to Delbarton. But then the year before that, Delbarton had come in and St. Joe's won their first. So very, very, exciting matchup here. And I think we should, be good. But while we're doing this, let's talk a little sponsorship here.
For Bergen Catholic, Micah Loudermilk. For Delbarton,
Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Dan Warnikoff. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Your body's like a car. Dan Warnikoff will help you get the fuel you need to get through. I almost thought there was a smoke alarm going off here. I didn't realize they got a fog machine.
I just took a picture.
Like somebody dropped a smoke bomb. Dan Warnikoff, thank you for all you do to support not only what we do at GSHSW.com, but wrestling as a whole. Thank you, Dan Warnikoff.
38 pounds for Bergen Catholic.
I think the fog threw our camera off there.
That's a cool shot right there.
I almost want to listen to as I see this coming off? I'm an old school guy. It's almost I want to blast Feed My Frankenstein by Alice Cooper right about now.
I'm an old school guy too. But to your point, I wouldn't sleep on this Bergen Catholic team. They're 11-2. Their only losses this season, St. Peter's Prep, St. Joe's, and they avenged that St. Joe's loss last week. So they're young, and you know what? They're going to bring all they got. I had a chance to talk with Coach Santoli before the match. They're healthy. They're ready to go. They got nothing to lose. They're just going to let it fly.
And they realistically don't. I mean, everybody's looking at Delbarton as a heavy favorite.
Yep.
So if you can mix and match your lineup and keep some of those state-ranked guys, and we've seen it so far this postseason with some of the runs, keep those guys from getting the bonus points and let your hammers come out and do something, that changes the whole aspect. But once you start letting some of these matchups, as we see like Jaden James and those guys, rack up those bonus points, you don't want to look up at the scoreboard when we're starting at 113 and your Jaden's coming out and you're down multiple points. You don't want that to happen. You want to keep it close if possible.
No, you absolutely took the words right out of my mouth. Bonus points. Bonus points are huge. They can change the whole match around.
I mean, you want to try to give yourself a chance at the end. You don't want it to be over with a couple bouts left. That's all you got to do. And I've talked about this a lot this year, situational wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, you got to understand if you're down 6 and it's late, don't give up the major. You know, give up the 3, kick the can down to the next person. Don't roll to your back. Don't give up those extra bonus points. Situational. I don't think a lot of kids nowadays know that. They look and they're like, oh, they're trying. If you're down, don't go crazy. Don't go off your game plan. You don't want to turn a loss into a pin, which completely shoots the lineup.
And a lot of times kids will do that, going for that home run late in the match where you don't need to. You're down, limit the damage, take it, whether it's a major, a regular decision. But I'm sure Coach Santoli has got his guys ready. They know the plan. Guys know their job, and that's just so important. And, yeah, you've been around a long time. Strange things happen when matches get tight late, no matter how good of a team you got on the mat.
100%.
And Delbarton enters tonight's action. They are 16-2. Delbarton's only losses are to Blair and Wyoming Seminary. And they beat Don Bosco 60-11 to get to tonight's semifinal. So make no mistake about it. Delbarton's a national powerhouse. And we're going to break for national anthem.
Do you have the national anthem right here?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And, of course, with all that being said, Delbarton is the #1 team ranked in New Jersey. But, hey, Bergen Catholic's now number 6, coming off a big win against St. Joe's. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. There's not that much of a gap as people say. I know, like you said, this is not, when you compare, Delbarton has the stronger team on paper.
Of course.
But if we do everything by how it looks on paper, do you really think using another sport, you think the Seahawks would have been, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
In the beginning of the season, like, you kind of look at that, yeah, they were fair, but doesn't mean the favorite always wins. Because I guarantee you nobody would have, gone that route in the beginning of the season, Seahawks, Patriots, and you never know. The rivalry between these two is intense.
Yeah, it sure is. And again, a high-profile match like this, strange things happen. Tonight's referees are Bill Dixon and Josh Miller, 2 top officials. We're in good hands tonight. I personally know both these officials. They sent us 2 of the top guys to handle this match.
Well, the fun part about this is some of these referees, I see them so much, I feel like we should carpool, save a little gas.
I've seen Bill Dixon about 5 times this year so far. I refereed with Bill back when I was a referee. So, again, start at 113 pounds, it looks like, Don.
Yeah, we're going to start down low.
we should have Anthony Riotto from Bergen Catholic here. And we do. So that's Riotto from Bergen Catholic for sure. I know his dad.
And then I'm pretty sure that's Rosciano.
I believe that's going to be Rosciano. I think you are correct. I actually wrestled Riotto's dad when I was in high school, Anthony Riotto Sr.
Oh, nice.
He wrestled for Joe's, and he beat me.
As you can see in the background there, not only the youth program, tons of alumni coming out for this.
Yeah.
Listen, we said it before, the difference how we feel on paper. This matchup still packs this gym.
Yeah, it sure does.
There's always still that rivalry. It may not be as hot fire as it once was, but there's still people out here checking it out.
And I do love that Bergen Catholic's a young team. You look up and down the lineup. They got freshmen, they got sophomores in the lineup. They're building on something right now. And let's see if Riotto can get them out to a good start. This is going to be a tight matchup, these two guys here. So let's see what happens.
For the longest time back in the day, Bergen Catholic was that just monster team nobody can beat. And
nobody.
It seems like Delbarton got over that hump and then battled back. And, they ascended and Bergen had their dip and now they're coming back up. So you got to love these rivalries. And, listen, we're going to get people complaining in the chat saying, it's parochial. It doesn't matter. It's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
And we understand. I don't want to get 1,000 messages on the forum. Recruiting. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
At this point, let the kids go where they want to go. It doesn't matter.
I'm 100% with you. Riotto had a nice slide by on the out of bounds, but they did go out of bounds, so we didn't score. Let's see if he can score off this front headlock here. We're down to 25 seconds in period number 1. Still scoreless. No one's really taken a committed shot outside of that slide-by attempt by Riotto. Referee Bill Dixon looks like he's going to call stalemate, and he does. And you can already feel the intensity just ratcheting up a little bit as soon as you get towards the scoreless first period.
And except for a couple of matchups, I think this is what we're going to get.
I think so, too.
We're going to have, we've talked about this on all our other streams this week and everything we've done. The setup with everything as, you don't, want to give up something crazy with situational wrestling, but then at the same time, you know where you're at here with what you're doing, so you want to get off to a good start and have everything roll through.
Correct. And Riotto gives him the escape there, so 1-0 lead for Rosciano. Riotto didn't look real committed to that ride. Tried one lift and said, let me cut him. Good big step and trip on the out of bounds. That's going to be 3. Oh, it does not get the call. Bill Dixon holds it.
Going to get the 3.
And there's going to be
Bergen
3
Catholic.
for Riotto. Yep.
I didn't mean to step on your toes there.
No, not at all. Not at all.
We got all the great graphics. It's showing it. I mean, it's unbelievable. We got the top-notch flow graphics going today.
We definitely do.
It's good to be an affiliate.
Yep, 3-1 Riotto. Minute 17, period number 2. And given these two lineups, especially though we talked about the Delbarton lineup, I'm really not sure what weight class we started at really mattered too much in the grand scheme of things. Of course, we'll see, but I don't give real any advantage to any school based on where we started at.
No, if anything, I mean, looking at Delbarton, they're really solid throughout. So I mean, it's not like you're avoiding and you can get some people in the back end. I mean,
exactly.
You're looking at Delbarton. Okay, you start at 113. You got a 2-time state champion coming out from Cameron Sans.
Yeah.
Then you're going to have Marchetti, who's done really well. Braden Jones is solid, and then you hit Ryan DeGeorge, who's a 2-time state finalist.
Yep.
Then you're going to get Jaden James. I mean, there's a lot.
There sure is. And Riotto had a boat cradle locked up there for a second, but Rosciano able to break the grip, and we're still 3-2. Riotto with the lead. Short time here in the second period. We've been in this position a while here. Same thing in the first period. We were stuck here for a while. Rosciano with good control on that right elbow of Riotto. Really hard to score from there. What's going to be Rioto's choice? I'm a go down guy all the time, but maybe they know something about Rosciano that I don't know, and they don't want to get underneath them. But I feel like you're giving away a point when you don't go down.
I think their, rationale is if he already took him down once, maybe he can give it up and not give up, the tie here, and then
Correct.
They're still in the lead. So realistically, you have to put, all the effort on Rosciano to try to do something.
And Rioto has looked at the stronger of the two. He's been pushing the pace on their feet. Again, he's backing them right up to the out of bounds again. Won't take long for a stall call there. Good shot by Rosciano, but we're already going to get a stall. Even though he shot, just backing away, working the edge. Good call by Bill Dixon.
I was wondering when they were going to hit something because you could just kind of tell.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Rioto's been the busier of the two on their feet, but as I say that, and he tries that slide by here. He's got the singlet there. That's going to be a technical violation for sure. I think referee Josh Miller, as the assistant, was all over that. Let's see if they do give the point. I think that should be a point, Don. Technical violation, grabbing the singlet. Good job, the referees working together. Delbarton coaches don't like it, but they're going to have to live with it.
Coach Stoll trying to get a clarification there and just wondering what they signaled because it looked like, obviously, locked hands, but that's not what it was.
That's not what it was.
I don't know the signal for, hey, he pulled on his singlet.
I don't know either. We got to find out. I got to break out my rule book and see what the hand signal is for pulling on the singlet. Rioto likes to step in and trip. He's tried that a few times. See if he goes back to it. Minute to go. Watch headlock here. Oh. And a step by Rosciano. Throw attempt by Rioto. Now Rosciano is in near the out of bounds.
He'll be right on the edge. He wants to keep his feet in.
He sure does. It only takes a toe to be in. You can score. Rioto's got that whizzer in. He's going to want to whizzer down hard as he can. You don't want to give it up here. And they're going to keep letting him wrestle as long as there's a toe in.
Rosciano's got to watch. Yep. Lifted the foot, came right out.
Yeah. 22 seconds here, Don. 4-2. Still a takedown for Rosciano.
He's got to be aggressive here. I mean, obviously, like we said, we were talking about it before, the situational wrestling. He's got to be aggressive, but not put himself in a position where he's going to give up those extra bonuses.
That's a great point. And Rioto has not been warned for stalling, so he's fine. And he gets another takedown. That's going to secure the victory for him.
But keep it at 5. That's all you got to do. You don't want to get anything tilts. And there was a dangerous moment there where Rosciano was kind of on his butt. Yeah. He didn't want to get worked up, so Bergen Catholic jumps out to a quick 3-0 lead.
Nice job by Rioto. Good opening bout. As we head to 120 pounds.
120 pounds for Delbarton.
This is a kid I expect big things from. He's on the verge of history. He has 2 state championships. I think he's the favorite to win a 3rd this year. Could he be a 4-time state champion for Delbarton, which puts him in that upper echelon of wrestlers here?
It sure does.
And not only that, a great kid.
Yeah.
Wonderful kid. Family's amazing.
I love to hear that.
Love to talk to him. It's a great kid.
And I didn't hear them announce who we have for Bergen Catholic, but maybe I missed it.
I think it's Loudermilk.
Yeah, my guess would be Mika Loudermilk, based on,
Yep.
my pre-match research.
Mika or Micah?
I would say Micah, probably.
Take down by
M-I-C-A-H.
Sans.
Yeah, Sans is just relentless. Burying that head, circling back.
This is, I think, where Delbarton wants to take advantage of these matchups with where they have the advantage.
Yeah, you got Sans going to be followed up by Marchetti, but that Marchetti-Mulligan match could be a good match.
Oh, 100%.
And that's coming up next, but yeah, they're just solid here. All right, 6-2, Sans. So quick. He's waiting for him to step up and lock up a cradle, and he does. This is trouble. Yeah, good job. Loudermilk is a sophomore, as you mentioned. Sans is a junior, two-time state champ. Don correctly called out that he could be knocking on the door of history with the potential to be a four-time state champion. Loudermilk's hanging in there right now, doing what he can do. He drew one of the short straws tonight. Tough assignment for him, but hey, presenting himself well. So good with that front headlock. Burying the head, circling behind. He's automatic with that.
Yeah, he's amazing to watch. I'll tell you what, I'm a little surprised that maybe Loudermilk wasn't hit for stalling there, because Sans was trying to pull his arm out and Loudermilk was just holding the wrist, laying on it. So
yeah. I saw the referee was thinking about it, then he just said, hey, you know what, let me get a stalemate here, get a restart. But yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He was definitely bunching up down there. Exactly what we talked about in the pre-meet. He knows his job. Don't give up 6.
100%. As we head to the end of one, 12-3, Sans leads.
And Loudermilk's going to take top. Good crowd here tonight, packing this little gym.
This place still gets packed.
Sure does.
Especially for, a matchup like this.
And Loudermilk's got that leg in. And Sans is going to get his 1 here. It's going to take his lead to 13-3. Beautifully done. Still looking for that bow cradle. And BC knows it, of course.
I mean, BC right now would just be happy to, get out of here with giving up a tech.
Right,
my opinion.
They absolutely would. And there it is, right as you said it.
19-4. Your winner, Cameron Sans. I'd like to thank one of our sponsors for tonight, Estabuilt Wrestling Club. You could be good, you could be great, but if you want to be the best, you need to be Estabuilt. 7 North Wright Road, Hackettstown, New Jersey. It's going to be Marchetti. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be Mulligan.
And if this is going to be Mulligan, we're going to have Marchetti number 2 in the state versus Matt Mulligan number 4 in the state.
This is potentially something we could be seeing in a couple weeks.
Yeah, you're not
in a
kidding.
bigger building. This might go a long way towards seeing who gets seated where.
Correct.
Quick takedown there by Marchetti. He leads 3-0.
Yeah, it was a good aggressive shot right off the bat. Good mat return. Yeah, the PA announcer is not announcing the Bergen Catholic wrestlers. I guess that is by design, Don. They want to let you know who's wrestling for them, but that's it.
Well, there was another school I did this year that did that.
That's the first time I've ever been in a school that's done that.
You know what the one that they used to do? And I think it was, I can't remember what school it was, but it was the announcer would come out there and he would go to announce and it'd be like, I'll use Bergen Catholic just because this wasn't them. But it'd be like, we're here, and all you'd hear is, now wrestling for Bergen Catholic. and they would like say the name like under their breath,
Right.
and then they would announce, "And no wrestling." And I'm like, it was like
That's
Bruce
funny.
Buffer with with laryngitis for the first one, and it's like full throated. I'm like, okay.
That's funny. All right, escape by Mulligan. 3-1 lead for Marchetti. Let's see if Mulligan can get a shot off here. Yeah, this absolutely is a state semifinal caliber, maybe more matchup here with these two.
The student section giving him the business for
giving Bill Dixon the business for blowing him out of bounds. Both these guys are sophomores.
The one thing I like too, and I've noticed this with Delbarton, I've seen a lot of families coming here. It's not just an individual, kid. It's, a couple kids in the family, they come through, and that's kind of been the trend. It almost makes it more, how they do it. Like they run the kids through, and I like that. It's not like a, hey, I'm going here and then you're going there. You're going to your regular school type situation.
No, I like to see that a lot. I mean, we have such a great sport here. To me, there's nothing like dual meet wrestling in high school. So to see families coming out, in generations sometimes. Grandma and grandpa coming, parents are coming. I love it.
That's the one thing I miss about the old Region 1 as we head to the second period, 3-1, Marchetti leads, was that old Wallkill Valley region. There used to be people that went there for 35 years.
Yeah.
When I actually first started my site in 2012, I had gotten in touch with former state champion Hughes from Jefferson. We did an interview. He hadn't been around in a while, and it's one of the questions after we interviewed, he goes, "Hey, are the guys in the overalls from Warren Hill still showing up?" I go, "Yeah, every year." They have the exact day. Everybody had their spot, and you knew it was like a family reunion. You knew it was going to be like you went there just to watch wrestling, and it was the greatest thing.
That is cool. You have the brackets in your hand. I always love
Filling
that. I love to have a bracket in my hand. I still like to have it.
I used to love it when I used to work for the Star Ledger. We'd get the books, and it was like I still have some in my house. But what they do is it was like the program, and it was such a thick program that you would have like all the stories from the previous year. And I used to collect them, so I have like early stories I did.
That's cool.
And just had the history and everything. Like there's the guy who sells the DVDs, History New Jersey. He's the guy I'm going to be in touch with as we get going with it.
Mulligan is putting on a really good ride here down the second period. Marchetti definitely got his bell rung a little bit, shaking out his head. Did not take injury time, but that last mat return.
I think Bill Dixon had said, "Hey," and then he's like, "No, I'm good, I'm good."
And I think he just said, "No, I'm good." Yep. Really solid ride here by Mulligan. But Marchetti continues to get to his feet. Good job by him right there. We might have some blood here. 4-1 lead for Marchetti. Minute 15, period number 2.
I think you're right.
We got blood.
Yeah, we got blood. Marchetti's bleeding out of his nose.
Injury time.
Follow us on social media, on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. Like, subscribe, get notified on YouTube. We are right now at the South Girls Team Championships. It's just finished up now. Tomorrow we got 2 big ones. We're at Group 1 semis at Del Val with Hanover Park coming out, and then we're down at Brick Memorial, Group 3 semifinal with West Essex. Plus, we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff on Sunday with our social medias, and we're going to be doing live district, region, and state previews. We'll have all the information for that. You'll know when it goes up. Follow us on our social medias to find out about that.
I feel like this is like a rite of passage for me to be here next to you when you're doing your sponsors and you're announcing what's coming up. I love it.
I love yelling about it. It's my favorite thing.
It's the best. And I will be there tomorrow at Brick for the Brick and West Essex match.
You and John Rickard.
Me and John Rickard, that's correct.
And then John Kovac, your usual partner, is going to be with James Clark at Del Val.
Ah, okay. Analyst extraordinaire, James Clark. Is that who you're referring to?
I refer to him a different way, but we can't say that on air.
All right, under a minute to go, period 2. Marchetti still with a 4-1 lead. Been a real solid bout to this point.
It's going to be interesting when we go into the third, what Mulligan chooses.
It's going to be very interesting.
Because he's down 3. Do you go for the one thing you get out and then attempt, but he hasn't been able to take him down yet? Or do you just go straight up neutral, but then you're risking the idea that Marchetti can then get up. And then you're still in the situation where you have to have 2 takedowns.
Correct. Marchetti kind of working the edge a little bit here. See if Mulligan can get any scoring here on the out of bounds. He cannot. Yeah, I'm kind of old school when it comes to choice, especially second period, but I know there's different situations, different strategies. You could have a guy that's a legger, but I am just, 99% of the time, take down, get your point. You got to be able to get out. But there are exceptions, of course, based on the score and based on who your opponent is. But in general, I feel like if you can't take bottom and get out, you're down 1-0 almost every match when you get to this level. Yeah,
100%. And I think with him getting that early takedown, it gives him a nice little, buffer in Marchetti. And then you look at Mulligan, now it's going to kind of force him. And he's going to take down. So maybe, if he gets the one takedown, then he's up and he's only, giving up the tie.
Correct.
If he escapes.
Let's see if we can get a quick escape here. It's definitely what he needs. Right to his feet. Well done. Good return by Marchetti. And, of course, that's a challenge we're taking down. If your guy is a hammer on top, things can get, ride can get long. It looks like we got more blood.
I think we do.
Yeah, we
blood.
do. Yeah, it's all over his hands, I could see.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, and it's fitting we're here. The Harrington Companies, Harrington Demolition and Construction, Harrington Construction, Hoffman Supply, the Harrington Companies. The reason I say it's fitting, Ryan Harrington, one of the coaches at Delbarton, the Harrington Companies. Thank you for all your support and everything you've done this year, as well as the past years to support us and the wrestling community as a whole, the Harrington Companies. I think if you look at the camera, I think you might be able to see Ryan Harrington stand there. He's clapping in the background. That's him with the glasses. To this day, I'll tell you right now, I've seen all the other wrestling. His junior year, the start of it, from the end of his sophomore year, his junior and senior year, the 2 most dominant years I've ever seen by a wrestler. Didn't give up a offensive point the entire time. The only time he gave up any was when he cut somebody to go for a tech fall.
Really?
Easily the 2 most.
This is a Harrington?
Yes.
Wow. So I didn't know all this.
Yep.
I'm learning.
From Mendham. He 2 back-to-back years.
Yes.
Lost in the this is back when they didn't bring top 4 down.
Yes. All right, Mulligan does get the escape. Minute 30 to go. He's down 2. Has not been able to crack the defense of Marchetti to this point. He hasn't really been able to get a leg yet in this match.
You see the press table back there. Some of the luminaries here. Sean Fowler and Ryan Patty. NorthJersey.com and New Jersey Advanced Media here.
Yep, Ryan Patty, of course. I read some of his articles.
I'd love to read some of their articles if they didn't put it behind a paywall. Everything I do is like they're putting everything they could do. Hey, we're saying hello. Here's a paywall.
That's a great point. It was really funny. I was talking to my mom the other day. My mom loves to watch our broadcasts. She loves how easy it is because she's not very technically savvy. She doesn't like going on sites. You got to click this, click that. She goes right on our site. She's like, she calls me Tommy. Tommy, I click on, I look, I see the banner, I click on it. Next you know, I'm listening to you. She absolutely loves how simple you have made it.
We try to make it, and this is how, kind of like a little inside baseball
here
with Jared.
Yep.
We do it where it's easy enough for older people and adults. Not saying your mom's older, but I don't want her yelling at me, sending emails.
She's 84.
But
she's listening right now.
It's easy. It's easy for them to navigate, and it's also with us. It's very for younger people. It's still cool and catchy and savvy.
It absolutely is, and I am the test case there. My mom loves it because it's simple. That was a good shot attempt by Mulligan. He was in deep, but defended very well by Marchetti. And Mulligan is starting to push the pace here, Don. Only 18 seconds to go.
What's interesting about this, too, is looking at this bout, when you're here in the third period and it's 4-2, as quickly as Marchetti took him down.
Look at Coach sending him right out there.
I think we got blood time here.
The Delbarton coach didn't seem like he wanted to have any of that. He wants him back out there.
I'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, Performance Trophies and Medals, conveniently located off of Route 10 in Randolph, New Jersey. Not only do they do great trophies and medals, they also do keepsakes. They can do 100 banners. They can do everything. Performance Trophies and Medals, the official sponsor of our Hammer of the Match. We're going to come back to the action here. 13 seconds left.
And Mulligan has been pushing the pace, but he has not even gotten a stall warning, I don't think, yet. There's the first stall warning. He did have a warning, so
Yeah,
that's a
he had one
point.
earlier, yep.
That's right.
But there's only 6 seconds left, so he's got to push through.
I don't think there's going to be enough time to get another stall warning, but you never know.
Got to worry more about the takedown here as Mulligan's on a deep shot, but he's not going to get it done.
What a great match.
And you know what? Like that.
I
Respect.
love that.
Two guys who battled on there, they're friends. And, you know, they're most likely in tournaments together, training, shake hands, no animosity. Good to go. See? Love that.
That was a great bout.
Now wrestling,
Wow.
122 pounds, Braden Jones.
It's going to be Braden Jones. I think this is Lucas Reeves.
Yeah, I do have Reeves. I didn't see anybody else around that weight, so we'll find out in a
Yeah,
second.
they're not announcing them. Okay, good to go.
Now, just in the grand scheme of things here a little bit, Don, if you're thinking about the team, that would have been a match they would have needed to get Bergen Catholic.
Yeah.
Any opportunity where they have a tight bout, that would have been one if they could have got it.
They win that bout. You're talking 6-5 going into this.
Yeah.
Now it's 8-3. It's going to be a little tougher.
Okay, so yeah, we said it was Braden Jones, and that's Lucas Reeves, freshman. I believe the backup here for Delbarton is a Glory. I'm assuming that is a younger brother of Pat Glory. The backup at this weight for Delbarton is Connor
Yes.
Glory. Is that
Yes.
Pat
Yes,
Glory's?
that's his younger brother.
Okay.
And it's interesting, you know, with the success Pat had, the family still comes through and comes here. I don't know if I was Connor, this is my personal opinion. I don't know if I want to kind of go to the same school that my brother who said, you know what I mean?
I
Kind of
know.
like, that's a big shadow.
I'm talking about him already.
Yeah.
First time I'm here, I'm like, is that Pat's brother?
It's a big shadow. So I'm like, okay, I don't know.
That is.
I've heard he's very good.
Oh, I'm sure.
You have to be on this team.
Yeah, you definitely do. So I'm sure you were down there when the big thing happened with Pat Glory when he got locked in that cradle. Was he pinned in that early? I think it was a pre-quarter. I was Matt's side for that. I thought he was a goner. Obviously didn't get the call. I forget who the wrestler he was that had him locked up in that cradle, but that was interesting. I'll never forget that moment.
I was down there.
You were there, I'm sure. I don't know either.
You know what it is? Because the one thing I never like to do, I never like to question an official's judgment.
Same here.
Especially in that situation. Because, you know, do they see it? What do they see? You know, and we've seen it how many times? Because when we're broadcasting, we're on the side. So we've seen it when we're filming something where somebody gets stacked up and you see their shoulders down, but the referee's in a different position. And then by the time they get over there, it's off. So the fans are mad. You see it. But you can't call what you don't see.
Can't call what you don't see. Exactly right. I've been called blind many times in my 10 years of refereeing.
Well, my wife asked me one time, she goes, do you want to be a coach? I said, no. Because if I wanted to, I'm sure there's a couple people who've asked me. I'm like, no, I like what I'm doing. And she goes, well, what about a referee? I go, no, it's worse than a coach.
It's worse.
I said, I have no problem with it. But I said, then you're hated by the entire gym. Because you're never going to walk out of there, you know, they'll respect you, but you're going to get booed by both sides.
You're going to get booed.
And I already get hated by my prediction, so I'm fine with it.
No backs there. Well, still 0-0. Braden Jones putting on a nice ride here. First 30 seconds of period number 2.
Might get hit here. No, good job. Thought the way he was picking him up, he was delayed a little bit, might have let him go there, but.
But I'll tell you, of all the positions I've had around the wrestling mat, competitor, referee, or coach, I like doing what I'm doing right now better than all of them. Aside from maybe coaching my own kids, I enjoy this a lot. Kind of sit back, take in the action.
Call it, have some fun.
Call it, have some fun, exactly. Typically, no one hates you when you leave. I mean, I haven't gotten any hate yet, but I'm sure I'll get it eventually. I'm new. They're giving me a break, I guess.
Eventually. I've only heard good things about you, besides that one guy. There was another guy.
There's always one guy. Still riding him here. There's a minute on top for Braden Jones. Lucas Reeves just trying to get out, but Braden Jones is long here. He's looking for a back hook tilt. He could get this if he can get the elbow in the back. But of course, Reeves knows that. Yeah, Jones is pretty long, pretty tall for the weight. Kind of assumed he was going to be a bit of a legger, and he is. Kind of got Reeves all wrapped up. Probably get a stalemate here, we do. Good call by Josh Miller. Now, if you're Reeves, you want to explode up here. Stop the boots from coming in by just getting right to your feet. Kind of quad pods, but that's going to allow the leg in, or at least scoop it in the front. Could start to maybe think stalling on top here.
Trying to get that leg in and break him back down.
Man,
Bergen Catholic saying it's a classic stall.
Yep. Grab the head and shake. Shake, shake, shake. Come out the back. You should get your 2 here.
He does.
Nice job, man. With 5 seconds to go, he got that. Man, he earned that. Holy smokes.
I've talked about it numerous times with everybody on here. One thing coaches hate, and you've been a coach, what is the one thing you hate? Last second points in a match like that. You give up something that you just could hold on for.
You're giving them away. It is so frustrating from a coaching perspective. Anything under 15 seconds, God, it kills you when you give something up. Now let's see what Reeves is able to do on top. See if he's committed to the ride like Braden Jones was. Looks like he's going to be for a while anyway. Referee Josh Miller talking to him, probably telling him to work out to the side is my guess. Good communication out there is key with the wrestlers. Let them know. Let them know, hey, you might be looking at him. Hey, get busy. Just little cues to let them know I'm starting to think you might be stalling, but Reeves is doing a fine job here. Big step and trip. Good job.
Nice job to come back around there by Reeves.
Yeah. The Delbarton student section is starting to chant the word stalling.
We've heard some student section chants the last couple nights. I'm not sure that's the worst one we've heard.
You are right. Merkel position here. Reeves does have it locked if he can keep that leg laced. You can see Jones he does get the leg out, but Reeves can stay here. We're going to get a stall call. It's a good call right there. Wasn't going anywhere. Kind of locked on the head and the arm and was content to just ride.
So that actually gives Jones a little hope here. 40 seconds left. You know, if he gets the stall call and gets out, it's tying it up.
It sure does. And that stall call is on the mind of Reeves. He knows it. And sometimes that changes your approach.
Caution on Reeves.
And then he gets a caution. The next thing you know, your mind starts spinning. Let's see if he keeps his composure here. He is a freshman.
It's a big moment for some of these kids. I don't care what youth tournament you're a part of or what you're doing. When you're in a big stage like this for a top-notch team trying to win and advance.
Good lift. Yeah, it's absolutely a big moment. He's going to want to do that again. Another lift. Referee's not going to be too patient here if you don't bring him down to the mat. I think that was a smart move by Reeves to let him go there because the stall call was probably coming.
Jones has got to do something.
Not yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nice job by Reeves. It's still nothing. Oh, what a job by Reeves. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Not going to give it to him. It's going to
Nope.
be 2-1 Reeves on the scramble.
That was beautiful. He never put another supporting point down. As he felt like he was going to, he kept going into a forward roll.
I think we have a question here.
The points were never awarded. The score is right, 2-1 Reeves. So I'm not sure what the confusion is.
I think they're trying to say it should have been awarded, and they were trying to get Bill Dixon, if he saw it, to confer and maybe change the.
Yeah, I think you're right.
138 pounds.
All right. 2 bouts to 2. And we had that one barn burner. Bergen Catholic has come here to wrestle, Don.
Yeah, this is Marchetti. This is going to be Gideon Gonzalez.
So they announced Marchetti, and that is Gideon Gonzalez, yes. An advantage here is Bergen Catholic. Gideon Gonzalez ranked number 4 in the state right now. He's a sophomore. Just made the move down from 144 about 2 weeks ago. I was talking to his dad, Howie Gonzalez, prior to the match. Brother of my former coach, Tony Gonzalez.
I loved him for the Falcons. No, I'm kidding.
So yeah, we're 2 bouts apiece. And again, we had that one real great bout between Mulligan and Marchetti. Man, Bergen Catholic is showing me something. In the one match where they were really totally outgunned, they didn't give up 6 either. Getting in on the single here. I think he's going to finish here at a big step, and he does. Nicely done.
No swipes.
Gonzalez looking to his coach, see if do you want me to cut him, do you want me to ride him? Looking for a suck back there for a second.
Yeah, still enough time that I think if he wanted to try to get another takedown, he could, but.
I think so too. Looks like he's committed to the ride. He's peeking over at Coach Santoli again. Looks like they want to keep him down.
We actually got a chance over the summer to talk to Gideon Gonzalez down at the Garden State Wrestling Camp at St. Joe's Metuchen. So he was somebody we got a chance to be down there. We're probably going to be doing something again with them this year. We'll see how everything handles this year.
He's a good kid. Good family, 100%. And he is going to ride him out and take that 3-0 lead with him into the second period. Hey, good period. Take down and a ride out. And he's going to go down.
Shout out to our tech guy, Zach, for feeding me the information. He does graphics, he does live streams, everything. He's a literal one-man gang.
We brought a big crew here tonight.
We got the best. We got Jared Klimas
Jared
here
on the camera.
working the camera. Now you know it's top-notch when we got Jared Klimas in the building. This is a big matchup.
Almost some back points there by Marchetti, but Gonzalez really able to hang tough there and not give in and gets his escape. Nice job by him. Marchetti was putting a vicious crossface in trying to get those points. Now let's see if Gonzalez goes back to that single from the first period. Front headlock. Marchetti controlling that right elbow of Gonzalez. That's kind of your good defense when you're stuck under in that front headlock.
Right on the edge, nothing though.
Nothing.
I think this is, we were talking about earlier with limiting the bonus points. I think if you're Marchetti here and you keep this a regular decision, I think that's got to be a win for Delbarton.
I think so too.
Especially the caliber of Gonzalez, you know?
Yeah, number 4. He took 4th at Dr. Buchanan. Gonzalez is the real deal. He's solid, he's strong, and again, he just came down from 44. His dad said not much of a weight cut, still comfortable for him, and is able to maintain his strength.
I think I was born at 144.
And now you're like 170,
Oh, yeah.
75.
If I chop both my legs
fighting
off and
weight.
half my arm. My head might take up most of that.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I come with the zingers, too, you're saying.
All right.
The John Kovac keeps it, strictly by the book, which I love. I go off a little bit of a rant. I should have my own talk show, but nobody
There
wants.
you go.
My problem is I wanted to have a talk show, but I got told I have a face for radio. I wasn't sure what that meant.
Gonzalez looking to spin here. I think he's going to run out of time. Marchetti defended it well again. He's got that right elbow of Gonzalez defending that front headlock.
That's what we're talking about, situational wrestling. He easily could have given that up. And now you're looking at, on the cusp, of a major decision, if not worse.
Correct. Yeah, Marchetti's wrestling well. And it's funny, I think you brought it up earlier, maybe a couple matches ago. Even some of these Delbarton guys that I've not heard of, these guys are studs. Studs coming out of rec. You're just on this team. You're pretty much, approaching hammer status. So
and then the other thing, and you notice through everything, iron sharpens iron. So, you look at some of these guys and you see like a Jaden James or a Carl Betts or one of these other guys. Who are they wrestling in the room? Because obviously they're banging somebody and they're going to learn and they're going to get better that way. So you see these guys who come out and do what they need to do.
Absolutely. So you got, Marchetti. He's working out with Ryan DeGeorge. He's working out with Schwartz. He's working out with another Marchetti. So this must be his brother.
Yep.
So yeah,
and they're going home and wrestling. It's a
they're working on what went on tonight as soon as they get home. So yeah, that's a great way to put it. Iron sharpens iron. You're just going to get better just by being in that room with those guys. Aside from the technique, just seeing the work ethic, how they go about their business, it's going to rub off on you. And he's presenting himself really well here. He's only down 4-1 to Gideon Gonzalez, number 4 in the state.
By the way, John Kovac does have a sense of humor. He just yelled at me on the text message. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying I get away with a little bit more than he does.
John does make me laugh on our telecasts. That is for sure. He's got a quiet, sneaky sense of humor, I think.
Him and I know each other's references because even though I was born in the 70s, he's a little older than me. All those, like somebody once told me, man, if you know Brower's references, they're hilarious. They're old, but they're hilarious.
Uh-huh. I love, John will break out some movie references every once in a while, which I love. Yeah. All right, 26 seconds here. Gonzalez still up 4-1.
Marchetti's doing his job right here.
He sure is. And he's pushing the pace a little bit.
I mean, he's only one takedown away from tying this up.
That's it. Gonzalez back to that front headlock here. Neither man has been able to score from this position all match, so I don't think anything's going to happen here. Good job by Marchetti. And good job by Gonzalez. Gideon Gonzalez with a 4-1 victory. And that's 3 bouts for Catholic, 2 bouts for Delbarton.
You own a local business, you want to be a sponsor? How do you do that? Easy. Click on your logo here, send the form in, click on email, send me an email, I'll get back to you within 12 hours. GuardianStateHSWrestling.com shows the most action, the most matches. Why go anywhere else? We're the premier high school wrestling coverage provider in the state of New Jersey. Others claim to be big, our coverage is massive. If you have a business and you like wrestling, you should be sponsoring with GuardianStateHSWrestling.com.
So now, Don, it's 3 bouts to 2. Bergen Catholic's got 3, Delbarton 2. This very easily could have been 4 bouts to 1 with that Mulligan match. That was right there in the balance. Mulligan pushing the pace at the end. Very easily could have been 4 bouts to 1, but 3 bouts to 2. BC came out to us, but now we got the George. He was a
George-
state champ 2 years ago, I
and
believe.
finished in the finals last year, so he's a 2 times finalist.
Finalist. And is this to say? You go for the first name.
Yeah, this is to say. Sal's Raka to say.
I'm not sure if it is now.
Did they move somebody?
I think they did. That is not to say.
No, that's not to say.
So we need to find out who this is. I'll find out. There you go. I'll just call it. All right, so we got still 0-0. We're trying to figure out who the Bergen Catholic wrestler is. This is not to say. Not that I'm aware of.
No, it's to say.
It is.
Yep. He's gotten bigger.
Maybe got bigger. Maybe got a haircut. I don't know. All right, so it is. He defended that first shot really well from DeGeorge.
This is another matchup I think we can wind up seeing down in Atlantic City.
Yeah, I think so too. DeGeorge is a junior?
Yes.
A junior, okay.
From Washington Township area.
Yep.
Mansfield, I think. I might be wrong. I know he would have went to Warren Hills. That's all I know. So don't pin me down to a town.
He would have been a Warren Hills guy. Okay, gotcha.
I'm an alumni of Warren Hills. I'm not sure I'm really supposed to announce that.
7 seconds to go, and we're scoreless. Heck of a period for to say.
He defers. The George is going to take defense.
Good hips.
Up to his feet. Here's the George. A nice mat return by Say.
He's committed to this ride right now, and as I say that, it releases him.
It always happens.
Very committed to this ride. There you go. There's an escape
nobody's
point.
really scoring here. There goes the point. It happens to me all the time.
Good re-attack. Beautifully done.
Stalling on Say.
Man, this is a scrap right here. That's 3. And he's got that leg turked on the near side.
Gotta watch that knee.
Yeah, he's looking to turn him here. The George is pointing to his throat. Must be across the throat there on the bottom, but nice job. Very nice start for Say.
George obviously wants to get out of here, get out of this before the end of the second.
Absolutely. Let's see and you said there was a stall warning on Say, correct? I didn't see it, but I just heard you mention it. 19 seconds. Say working out to the side. I mean, we'll see what happens here, but I feel like the George is a little tired down there. Just the body language, the head down, the look. I just feel like he's running on E right now, but of course we get that right back. Get a few seconds in between periods here to regroup. I don't know. The body language is telling me Say is feeling really good, not just because of the score.
South Rocca has an amazing tank. Like, I mean, the wrestling he did when I saw him when he was before this Wayne Hills and now here at Bergen Catholic.
DeGeorge looking to get that leg in on the left side there. Oh.
They're going to call potentially dangerous.
He's trying to bring that kind of that suck back tilt. I think he had the forearm in a hammerlock position and got it up above perpendicular, but I'm not sure. If you're Say, you want to get the heck to your feet, especially if you're feeling good. You got the gas tank. You don't want to be down there. DeGeorge looks strong on top. He's going for that tilt. He's going for the same thing again. So referee is looking at that back arm. That's what went up too high before.
Trying to see if he can work it
better.
Got to
peel it and hold it is what Say needs to do.
I almost wanted this time if we just cut him.
Yeah, he's looking at his coach now. It's a good call by you. As you said that, he was looking over his coach, and they said let him go.
I mean, you're not down by one. You're down by a couple. So now, you got to get the points. If you're not going to get the turn, are you going to fight him for a little bit and maybe get stalled? You don't want that to happen.
Good shot there by DeGeorge. Little throw by, and he's going to get the three. Say right to his feet, though. Good job by him.
Tied 5-4. Say takes the lead.
Crowd's a little into it, wouldn't you say?
Oh, both sides are.
Good hard club. I say, saying hello to DeGeorge.
DeGeorge needs to push the pace because Say has the stall warning.
Good step there.
Oh, takedown.
Wow.
No swipes.
He did, almost a swipe, but no backs.
That's what I meant. Thank you.
Yep. DeGeorge showing some guts here. Only 18 seconds to go. 7-5. He's going to look to ride him out here. Might want to take that leg out because he's going to try a roll. What a great job by both wrestlers here.
DeGeorge really, powered out with what he did. He came out, you said, he looked exhausted.
He did.
And he reached another level and did what he had to do.
He absolutely did. What a great match. Man, we've had some good ones.
I'm telling you right now, I think we might see that again.
I could not agree more.
I'd like to thank our other sponsors. Now we're talking about referee calls, the New Jersey Wrestling Official Association, NJWOA. Want to get back to the sport you love? Scan the QR code. More information about joining the top wrestling official association in the U.S., the NJWOA.
And I'm pretty shocked I don't see Say in any of the rankings.
I think this is going to be a forfeit to Schwartz. Schwartz is going to get the forfeit.
Nicholas Schwartz, sophomore, number 2 in the state.
Schwartz is going to get the forfeit.
Remember, I did mention before, Bergen Catholic had a wrestler that did not make weight. That was the 150-pounder Rondinelli.
This is going to be Trevor Jones. We're seeing who we got here for Bergen Catholic.
Is this Canova? I think this is Canova.
I think this is Canova.
So this is number 5 versus number 4. If that's Jones from Delbarton. So Joey Canova from Bergen Catholic, senior, number 5 in the state. Trevor Jones, number 4, also a senior. Took an 8th last year. All right, so our crack team, Mr. Brower. James Clark, analyst extraordinaire, just informed me that it was Mark Montgomery from Roselle Park that had glory in that cradle in the quarterfinals that year. James, great job, buddy. We got people researching behind the scenes, sending us information. What a staff, what a staff.
Meanwhile, I got John Kovac over here texting me asking, other than that, Miss Lincoln, how did you enjoy the play?
I had to cover my mic there for a minute. Oh my. Well played, John. Well played. I'd see it. It's a good matchup right here, too. Another late AC match.
Yeah, these are top quality matches. This is going to be huge when we get down there, the seeding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be head-to-head matchups.
.30 seconds to go, period number 1. We're at 157 pounds. Delbarton is leading the team score 17-9. But man, have we had some really hotly contested bouts that could have gone either way.
This is showing how good, both teams are.
Correct. Delbarton has the match lead 4 matches to 3. With one of them being a forfeit. So of the contested matches, it's 3-3. Yeah, it's amazing the amount of solid kids these programs have. And kids that just step up when someone's injured. It's pretty impressive.
To be in that room,
yeah.
You see the top-notch kids. Those other kids are only getting better.
Yep.
And, you look at a Delbarton here, you see some of these kids they have who aren't cracking the lineup because of how it is. They're getting better in the room, and you expect a drop-off, but they've been working so hard that they're, the next level for a lot of these kids.
It sure is. And they put out one solid kid after another, weight after weight after weight, and we know that they got two returning state medalists out of the lineup. And they just reload, next man up. Those guys are ready to go.
Stalling warning on Jones there. I'm going to let him up.
Again, we got 2 seniors here, both ranked in the state rankings. And a 1-0 lead for Canova. As Don mentioned, he let him up. Man, hard clubs. They are coming in and saying hello to each other when they tie up, which I love.
Yeah, they know what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. You can hear the headgears smacking when they come in with those clubs.
That was always my favorite thing to do. When I go to lock up somebody, you get everything going there, and you just use the hands as like paws and start yanking on the neck a little bit.
Absolutely. Jones definitely been the aggressor in this period. That's about 3 shots, and right on cue, Bill Dixon hits Canova with a stall here. Stall warning. Good call, because that's 4 unanswered shots by Trevor Jones. Canova defending it very well here. He's got the whizzer in, but the leg is shelved by Jones, which is the right approach. Wants a limp arm, which he does. Good defense here.
Short time, too, if Canova can hold on.
Big step. Man, Jones is doing everything right that you need to finish. He tried the limp arm. He tried shelving it, tried bringing it to his feet. Canova's defense was just too good right there.
Get ahead to the third, 1-0 Canova. And remember, Canova has a stall warning, too.
Yep.
So he's going to have to be careful here.
Sure is.
We know Bill Dix is not afraid to hit you if you're holding on.
He definitely is not. He's been in so many big matches. This doesn't faze him at all. Big return. Something about when I do a broadcast, I can't look at the screen. I have to see what's going on. Even if someone's in front of me, I have to look, and I'm just like, why don't I just look at the screen?
There you go.
And
he just gave the lead.
And then he let him go. That was a bad events there for Canova. Gave up the stall as he was letting him go. Dang, so that's a 2-1 lead for Jones.
Now he's got to be more aggressive, try to get something going here.
He sure does.
But Jones also has a stall warning, so he's got to be aggressive as well.
Yep. Canova really has not taken a committed shot yet. He's been a little on the defense.
He hasn't. Like I don't know if he's, sizing up or whatever. It's interesting. I've seen him wrestle before, and usually he's a little more aggressive.
That's about 6 shots to 0. The last 6 shots have all been by Jones. Canova's got to at least start moving forward. He's going to have to take a shot, or he will get hit again. There's his first real shot attempt. He's in. Trying to step around back. Well defended by Jones.
That was a great job by Jones getting out of that because Canova was in deep.
It really was. You got to push forward here if you're Canova. You got to press the action, move him towards the out of bounds. This is not going to get it done. 10 seconds.
Jones doing a great job not letting him get in.
What a good match.
Dixon could have hit him if he wanted to, but let the kids wrestle.
He did, and you're right. He could have, but I would have been okay with either way.
Yeah.
165 pounds.
Like if you're, it would have upset the fans. Who cares? But you have to understand that, you know, as a coach, everything you see, he blatantly was running towards the end there, so easily he could have hit him with it. But you could see it both ways.
You can. And you take the full, we'll call it the full breadth of the match. Jones was pretty aggressive for most of the match, a lot of shots. So, yeah, I'm fine with the way that was called. I feel like the right guy won.
It looks to be Jaden James. Well, I know it's Jaden James for Delbarton. They announced him. And Manny Gusfa from Bergen Catholic.
Jaden James, state champ last year, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Senior.
Penn State commit.
Penn State commit. Oh, okay. What's his ranking in the country? I think he's one of the.
I don't have it in front of me, but I know. Hey, James Clark, I know you're watching. Look it up.
Jaden James.
Crack research. Jaden James. Where is he ranked in the country?
Is he number 1? I want to say he's number 1, but I don't want to be misquoted. I believe he's number 1.
Gonna let him up here. 6'2".
And Delbarton out to a 20-9 lead. A little more than halfway through here.
This might be where you start kind of seeing some bonus points for Delbarton.
Yeah. We got 6 bouts left, including this one.
Another takedown there for Jones. Or James. Too many J's.
A lot of J's.
Jones, James, come on.
And I like how I'm looking just up and down my my scorecard here when I look at Bergen Catholic just right off the bat. Freshman, sophomore, freshman, sophomore, freshman, sophomore. That's their starting lineup. A couple seniors sprinkled in the upper weights. And to say is a senior as well. But, man, you got 8 or 9 guys, freshman or sophomore, in this starting lineup tonight.
Well, that's the same, you know, when you look at Delbarton, you got a couple juniors and, you know.
Yep, sophomore, junior.
Not so many freshmen, I don't think.
No. They're freshmen at 106, Finn Anderson.
Who's a good wrestler.
Who's a hammer. And I don't see anyone else that's a freshman.
And, I mean, they're going to have some open spots because they're only losing 3 seniors, Betts, Jones, and James, who are phenomenal seniors. So it's not, you know, but they have guys who I think can step up and fill those slots.
All right, I got to say, now I was always impressed, but now I'm impressed. You said they're only losing 3 seniors. I had them right in front of me. I said in my mind, let me see if he gets them right. You just nailed them.
Well,
Jones, James, Betts. You did
your
your homework, or is there a little secret here?
A little inside baseball. Their banners are right over there. And I got a good shot on the wall. I knew who they are, but they're behind the.
I'm blocked.
You're blocked, but I can see
Look
the banners behind the wall. Had to make sure.
That is well played right there. James Clark has him at number 4 in the country. Mr. Jaden James. Obviously number 1 in the state. So number 4 in the country is what it looks like he is in the latest rankings. Thank you, James Clark. Oh, beautiful follow there. Really well done. Looking at the clock, not sure what he wants to do.
I mean, when you're in this position, you're kind of like, all right, you know, how do we want to approach it? You know, 16-3, you want to try to let him up, take him down, let him up, take him down. You want to wait. It's, you know, don't let him up. Now this should, my math correct, he gets a takedown here. It's a tech fault.
Yeah, I'm no math major, but I'm going to go with you and say, yeah, if he gets a takedown here, it's over. 19-4. Yeah, I think we got that.
We're good at calling wrestle. We're not from MIT. We're not math wizards.
I definitely never claimed to be a math wizard. When you hired me, I never said the words, hey, I'm a math wizard. I was never part of any conversation about calling a match. Good job.
Gonna head to the next one. We'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Dan Warnikoff. All you've done, all you do to help. Dan Warnikoff, ChampionAthleteSportsNutrition.com.
Okay, right now as far as bouts go, it's 6 bouts to 3 in favor of Delbarton. I believe the team score should be 25-9, but I'm not sure.
It should. We have it, I'm pretty sure, correct.
There it is. They just updated. 25-9 Delbarton. We got 5 bouts to go, including this one. We were at 175 pounds.
This is Ryder Bernholtz for Delbarton.
Yep.
AJ DiGiovanni for Bergen Catholic.
It's got that Merkel in. That's going to be 3.
I also like how they're playing like walkout themes, because you know what I love not happening? Monetizing my videos, because I love it when I get like copyright strikes because there's random music playing in the background. There's nothing more I enjoy.
Uh-huh.
The emails I'm going to get tonight from YouTube, it's insane.
That is insane. DiGiovanni from Bergen Catholic is a senior. I'm not sure about Bernholz. And DiGiovanni looking for a reversal here, and he's going to get it. Takes the score to 3-2 in favor of Bernholz. Minute to go, period number 1. Good job by him.
See, I'm not sure who's coming out next for Delbarton.
At 190. You don't see Betts warming up?
No, Betts is warming up, but I think he's going 215.
Okay, yeah, I have seen him do that a couple times this year.
I mean, obviously you got Mosier. You know, he'll be
August
there.
Mosier at heavyweight.
You know, do you put Denegri in there? Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, I could see there's a lot of options they have.
It's a nice spot to be in. Good strong leg right here by DiGiovanni. He's got both boots in. He's got Bernholz flat on his belly. Referee Dixon talking to them both. Probably maybe a stalemate.
Yep.
And he got it. Bill Dixon's been a referee, I believe, for 37 years. I believe that's what he told me. Or it might be 34, but a long time. Multiple state finals.
Oh, I've seen him down. 227. Reminds me of Marla Gibbs.
Marla Gibbs.
227. Do you not know that show?
I did not know that show.
That was the show she did after the Jefferson. Marla Gibbs. She went on there. That was the show she did after when the Jefferson went off. It was her own.
The
thing.
Jeffersons, as in the George Jefferson.
Yes,
I used to watch that with my grandma.
The maid wound up having her own show after that. And it was her.
Yes.
I could see her husband's face, but I can't remember his name. Jack Hay got her start on that. Elena Hall. It was a great show.
It was a great show.
The mom from Friday, I don't remember her name.
I don't either.
The grandma, excuse me.
I used to watch that too with my grandma. I remember I got scared. There was one episode where a guy in like a bunny costume was like attacking people outside their apartment. I had nightmares about it. All right, so 3-2 Burnholes, period number 2.
We're back from a 70s talk.
Back from the 1970s. So many great shows back then. Oh, boy. And I used to watch them all because I was allowed to stay up late. Grandma would let me stay up late as long as I watched TV with her.
Now, the one thing I love, I'm going to give them a free plug, WeTV. WeTV on Optimum.
Yep.
They have all those shows. I just put them on. I love it. My daughter sits there and laughs at them.
Your daughter just recently turned 1, is it? Or it's coming up? It's a birthday, right?
1 year old on Monday.
Oh, boy.
Had the big party last Sunday. She was born last year on Group Championship Sunday. Had to miss it. Everybody realized when I wasn't there, something had happened, and they realized what it was. Take that reversal there.
Yep, DiGiovanni's second reversal of the match.
But yeah, there's going to be some fun. That's why I'm taking the night off tomorrow, letting some of the other guys jump in and do some stuff because I got to make sure the wife doesn't try to stab me in the throat for doing 4 straight nights of wrestling.
4 straight
with
nights.
My daughter being 1 year old. So we're going to have some fun.
Excellent. 4-3 DiGiovanni. Needless to say, another tight match here. Period number 2, 30 seconds to go. Delbarton with that 25-9 lead. They've kind of taken control of this dual meet in the last 4 bouts where they've reeled off 4 straight wins. One of them was by forfeit at 150 pounds. But aside that, they had a win by DeGeorge. Schwartz got the forfeit, and then Jones and James kind of did their thing. Giovanni's got those boots in again, and Burnholes has been unable to figure out how to get out of those boots. Best way to get out of him is don't let him in, Don.
Stoll is letting him, go neutral because obviously he's been able to hold him down how he is. So you kind of figure. I'm assuming Coach Stoll's strategy is. He gets a takedown. He's up 2, even if it's a reversal, like it's been the first 2 periods. Still tied.
Still tied. Good shot. Good misdirect shot by Burnholes. Faked to the right, went to the left on the low ankle. That was well done. But DiGiovanni looks pretty comfortable here. As comfortable as you can be. He's definitely not panicking. He's got the ankle, hand around the waist. That's what you want to do. He's fine here. He's fine. He's going to come out on top. He gets his hips up. Yeah, you can see that coming. Good job, DiGiovanni.
Now, Burnholtz has also got to realize, the match is still in doubt.
It is. It is.
You got to not let anything crazy go on here. You obviously want to try to get up, get the escape, but you also don't want to get turned here.
Correct. Minute to go, period number 3. Bill Dixon calls a stall on Burnholes. He's got his head down. Keys is a referee, the rest of them are bottom. Even if legs are in, if your legs from the bottom are flailing in the air, you're not digging your toes in, and your head is down, it's a pretty easy call. You're not working up.
He's up a little high if he gets good, but yeah, he got broken down there. I thought maybe DiGiovanni was a little high and maybe Burnholtz could have scooted back a little bit, but gets broken down, and DiGiovanni's been in control.
So this helps. This is where this view helps now. So we're looking from behind, and you get the front view there on the monitor. That's where I should start embracing the monitor a little bit, because I don't. "26 seconds to go.
I think there might be a headgear issue.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be snapping. Let's see if Bill Dixon can get it done. He does.
Gotta give him a golf clap.
Good job, referee Dixon. Right back to those legs. That's where if you're Coach Stoll, you'd have liked to have seen Burnholes fire up to his feet. That'll stop that leg coming in, of course. And
still going to be a regular decision, even if he gets banged here. And I don't think Dixon is going to blow the whistle on this.
He's not. All right. That's the 4th victory for BC.
And wrestling.
Brings the score to 25-12 in favor of Delbarton.
Jesse DeNegri at 190 for Delbarton. I'm going to give a little personal history here. I didn't realize this till last year. I was doing my stuff in the state tournament down in Atlantic City, and I'm in my hotel room. My wife is taking care of my little girl,
Yep.
and I'm putting in the names and I'm talking about them. And when my podcast is over, my wife goes, DeNegri, where's he from? My wife doesn't know wrestling, so she doesn't care. So I go, I don't know, let me ask. So I asked one of the coaches. Oh, Randolph. Turns out when he and his sister were both babies, my wife worked at the daycare they used to go to. She actually taught him when she was like,
That's
like
pretty
1 or
cool.
2 years. So she goes, so the funny part is the job she works at now, a lot of those people work with her. So she goes in and you go, you remember little Jesse DeNegri? He's wrestling in Delbarton. And they all felt old.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yep, and I think this is Chad Sadaka, most likely Bergen Catholic, yes. So Sadaka from BC against DeNegri from Delbarton. Yeah, little DeNegri. Not so little anymore.
No. Got a little blood time here. New Jersey Wrestling Officials Association, NJWOA. You want to get back to the sport you love? Scan the QR code for more information on joining the top officials association in the U.S. Want to be a sponsor? How do you do that? Click on your logo here. Send me an email at admin@GardensStateHSWrestling.com. We have limited sponsorship opportunities for the groups, districts, the 5 districts we're doing for the boys, 3 for the girls, and all the other stuff we're doing. GardensStateHSWrestling.com is the premier high school wrestling coverage provider in our state of New Jersey. We show the most matches. You have a business, you want to sponsor, please get in touch with me for GardensStateHSWrestling.com.
Okay, and again, we're at 190 pounds. Sadaka, Bergen Catholic, DeNegri, Delbarton as they go out of bounds. No points.
So I'm assuming Delbarton's going to send out bets at 215.
Probably bets at 215.
Mosier at heavyweight.
Yeah.
And then
Finn Anderson probably at 6.
So Delbarton's in a great position right here.
They really are. There's just no let up in this lineup.
That's the thing. You have to maximize the points where you can.
Yeah.
So, when you look at Bergen Catholic, some of those matchups, the Mulligan match is 1-6 out, and some of the other ones where, the DeGeorge match, those are the matches, you have to win, and those are the close matches. That's what makes it a, 13-point difference now to where it could have been, maybe a last bout type thing.
Absolutely. That Say bout, he came out real strong, but we'll give DeGeorge credit. He came back and won it. The Mulligan and Marchetti matchup could have went either way. And then also I feel the Gonzalez matchup, I was thinking a chance for bonus points, but Marchetti wrestled really well. Wrestled tough. But yeah, it's amazing how these dual meets can swing big time. A couple of things don't go your way or go your way, depending on what side of it you're on.
That's why I love prognosticators who are out there trying to do. That's a big word, James Clark. Look it up. Prognosticators who are out there picking stuff. We were looking at some of the results from the other day, yesterday at sectional finals. Nobody picked Hanover Park to win. So you never know. Like I had people telling me, "Oh, Hanover Park's going to lose by 20." I'm like, I don't think so.
They finished that bout. Was that DeFrancesco Antonio was the final bout. The bout before that seemed to be the big one that kept him within striking distance.
Yeah, brought him within 2.
Yep.
DeNegri in on a shot here. Great job by Sadaka, though.
Yeah, good hips by Sadaka there. Locked around the body, got his hips back.
He's not related to Neil. That's Sakata. Never mind, I'm wrong. I'm sorry about
Neil
that.
Sakata. It does sound very, yes. He's got that foot. He wants to pull that near ankle out if he can. Referee Josh Miller calls a stalemate. And they go back to the center with a minute to go in the second period. feel like it's Sadaka's turn to get off a shot here. He's been a little defensive. He's staying in the middle, though, staying engaged. Snap and go. He's got to get busy. 20 seconds left here. I mean, I know it's only a 1-0 match, of course, but and we got one of the Bergen Catholic student section wearing his full singlet. Just walked by us, heading that way. Heading over to the Delbarton student section to
Hopefully just going to the bathroom.
hopefully he's just going to the bathroom.
Getting booed on the way over.
So I gotta say, it was best gym of the year so far for me has been the Morris Hills Morris Knowles match. Was it Morris Hills Morris Knowles? Yeah. Rowdiest student sections, most packed gym I've been in a long time. That is some rivalry over there. I'll sign up for that every year. All right, Denegri is clinging to that 1-0 lead. He's on top. He's got Sadaka broken down flat on his belly, so he's in good position here. He is parallel, but he's got the boots in, so I might think we got a stalemate coming here because you're not going to want to call a stall. And good job there by referee Josh Miller.
You know what I've noticed? I really like the gear that Delbarton and Bergen Catholic are. Makes me think of one of our gear sponsors, Limitless Wrestling Gear. Limitless Wrestling Gear.
Look at that segue.
That's what I'm doing.
That's just an old pro at work right there.
Go to limitlesswrestlinggear.com for all your wrestling needs. They have a catalog. They have everything. Wrestling owned, wrestling loved.
I need some wrestling gear. All right, Sadaka's got to get out here, which he should be able to right now. And now we're tied at 1. Minute to go, period 3. Sadaka and Denegri tied at 1. 190 pounds. Delbarton with the 25-12 lead, in case you're just joining us. We've had some really good bouts in this duel. A couple that could have went either way, to be honest, that this could have been a lot tighter right now. But give Delbarton all the credit in the world. They've been wrestling tough, pulled out some matches that they needed to. Another good shot by Denegri. Stutter step to the shot. Sadaka locked in the crotch here. Is going to want to lift, get those hips out. Lift and roll through is what you want to do here. We're in a funk scramble position right now. Whoever gets their head up is going to be the one that scores. And he's got the leg spiked. That should be 3, Don. And that's going to be a win for Sadaka right there. He's going to walk away with a 4-1 win. Chad Sadaka over Denegri at 190 pounds.
Also want to give a shout out to somebody very special right now who's home. My beautiful little daughter, Courtney Harlow, is listening in. Daddy loves you. We're going to spend all day together tomorrow. Daddy loves you. We're going to have some fun. Daddy-daughter day. You're playing hooky tomorrow.
Oh, good stuff.
It's going to be bets for sure.
Yep.
Oh, I guess I got to say shout out to my wife, too. She's listening.
Yeah, you might want to mention that. And I'm not sure who this is for Bergen. It's going to either be Mark or Stathis. Mason Mark is what we have up on the board there.
I think that's him.
Betts from Delbarton currently ranked number 2 in the state.
I think I heard just somebody.
Took a 4th last year.
I think I heard somebody say Mason.
So that'd be Mason Mark. And we got some tape coming up from the mat. See if Coach Stoll can get that fixed up here. They
Well-
got the scissors out.
While they're fixing that, let's talk a little bit about our sponsors, the Harrington Companies. Harrington Demolition and Stripling, Harrington Construction, Hoffman Supply. The official sponsors for GardensStateHSWrestling.com. Thank you for all you do for wrestling in general. I got a better ad read for them. We're gonna put that up in between matches, the Harringtons again. I got one I gotta do for them. You know, one of our last dual meet streams for me this year.
Especially they're in the gym, too.
Yeah.
Harrington is here.
I gotta
You
do
really
it.
got to nail it.
I got a great one.
Yeah, beautiful knee tap there. Near side underhook. That's as smooth, quick. Just going to play a little take him down, let him go right now. Gives him an extra shove out of bounds.
This is one of those nice little shoves where, you know, as a fan, you're kind of like, or and you're on the other team, you're like, whoa, what was that?
Yep. Little extra shove. Mark did get in on a shot. Defended it well, of course, by Betts. Good high crotch. Change off.
Trying to work up here.
Yeah, Mark just, you know, drew the tough assignment tonight. Is what it is. He's fighting. He's not giving in. He's taking a shot or two of his own, which I like to see. I'm sure Coach Santoli likes to see that as well. Sometimes you're just outgunned. That's okay.
First period, Tech fall. Gonna make it 30-15. My math is correct.
Now wrestling, 285 pounds, Augie Moser.
It's gonna be Augie Moser. And I'm assuming
Ralphie Barca.
I'm assuming it's gonna be Barca.
I think that's him. I believe. I had the pleasure of meeting August Moser's dad earlier in the match. He was hanging out with Gideon Gonzalez's dad, Howie. And as you would expect, Mr. Moser is a very large gentleman. Towered over me. We were talking about wrestling, and of course he was a heavyweight. I forget what high school he said he wrestled for. He was a stud as well, but he is a big man that I would not want to have angry at me. But yes, what a nice guy. So hello, Mr. Moser. It was a pleasure meeting you before the match.
Another takedown there.
August Moser is a junior. Ralphie Barca from Bergen Catholic is a sophomore. So we got two guys we'll see more of next year, probably banging heads again.
What's interesting is Delbarton going back, you know, since I've been doing the site and covering everything, one of the big, I don't want to say holes, but one of their kind of Achilles heel has been heavyweight. They always had okay guys, but they never had like a great, you know, dominant super heavyweight.
Right.
Now that they've had Coach Junji in, who did a great job for Morristown when he wrestled there, they've got some really good heavyweights. And Augie's he takes his lumps a little bit, you know, in some of the matches, but he's still a great representative for this team and does what he needs to do.
Absolutely. And I think I want to say when I was talking to his dad, he probably has maybe 9 or 10 losses. I forget what his record is, but he's basically wrestled everybody, wrestled that gauntlet of a schedule that Delbarton puts together every year. So he is definitely a very solid heavyweight. That we will for sure see in AC and could see on the podium, in my opinion. He's really pushing the action here. And, of course, he does get a stall call on Barca. And Barca, just a sophomore.
Was that on Barca? Because I think that might have been on Moser, because Barca got hit earlier, I thought. Oh, what's stalling Barca? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I saw green go up. I might have missed what I saw with the wrist.
Okay, it's going to be Barca's choice. No, maybe not. It's going to be Moser's choice. Takes down. A lot of 285 guys don't want to be on bottom. Let's see if he fires right up here to his feet. Quad pod up. Yep, well done.
Look at the way he's going. He wants to get as many points as he can. He's going for a tech, obviously.
Yep.
So that extra 1 point, he's been, pretty easy getting up. But I agree. I was never a heavyweight who's like, oh, okay. Nope. Only when Jim Reynolds, when I was at Warren Hills, would say, Brower, take down. Or he'd be like, Brower, I need 6 good minutes from you. I go, Coach, I'm fat. You need like a minute and a half.
You're getting a minute and a half, and hopefully that's enough to get it done.
You're going to get the best minute and a half for the first period. So is the other guy going to do it? And then we're just going to stand there and sumo fight for the next 2 periods. It's going to go ultimate tiebreaker.
Were you a 285 for your whole high school career, or did you?
So when I wrestled, it was it was 189 then heavyweight, and there was no cap.
So you wrestled in the 80s, I assume.
So I
Late 80s.
No, early 90s.
Early
so
90s.
My
okay.
last year, my senior year, was when they installed 215.
215. Okay.
And then heavyweight was the cap. So my freshman year at Mendham, I was 195 wrestling heavyweight, and then I kind of over that summer went up to about 240 and stayed there my entire high school career. So when 215 came in, I couldn't lose the weight. I couldn't be there. So while everybody's running with trash bags and spitting, trying to make weight, I'm eating pizza, watching Vision Quest.
Must be nice. I was always that guy spitting, and cutting weight was a little more prevalent back then, I think.
I felt so sorry for those guys as I was eating my sandwiches and pizza.
I'm sure you did, John.
I ate one for them. It was like, you see the guys pouring one out for their homies. I was eating a sandwich for my homie wrestlers. You're sweating it out. I'm eating it for you. Live vicariously.
So now I just picked up on another little nugget here that I am older than you.
What year were you born?
Yeah, 71.
77.
Man, I'm much older than you.
You don't look.
Not that I'm acting surprised. Just
no, you don't
just
look.
Making
I look
myself
old.
feel old.
I've lived a rough life. I go to Disney way too much. It ages me.
Disney. The Disney Death March will age anybody.
My wife is a Disney freak, and she's already like, "Oh, when are we going?" And we're not.
Yeah, I'm not a Disney guy. I've been there a couple times. I got 3 kids, so we've been there a few times. But yeah, we call it the Death March. By the end of the day, everyone's just losing their minds, tired. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm not worried about the war. Like, whatever. It's fun to see my daughter enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's when I get home and I look at the bank account. My wife seems to think she's playing Monopoly, and we just automatically have money in it on Friday. I'm like, it's not really how it works, but okay.
Yeah, those prices are unbelievable. All right, so Moser's up 8-2 as we continue the 285 match. Escaped by Barca, 8-3. And we're in period 3 with 1:40 to go. And just to reset for anybody that might just be joining us, Delbarton's up 30-15. They have the match locked up as we only have 1 bout to go, which will be 106 pounds. And Moser continues to push the pace, and he does elicit another stall call on Barca. So it should be 9-3 Moser.
Yep.
I feel like Moser moves pretty good. He's a pretty athletic heavyweight. He's been pushing the pace the entire match, moving forward.
I'm going to assume this, and if I'm wrong, people can yell at me. I'm going to assume he plays football here. He seems like a typical lineman style type of guy. I mean, that's just the look I get.
I would agree with that, too. The way he's just kind of stalking forward, hands in good position. He's never getting too far out in front. He's just got a nice solid base.
If he's not the coach, I don't know what you're dropping the ball on here. Let's get him on the team.
Get him out. See if he gets committed to another shot here.
So Delbarton will advance to Sunday down at Rutgers.
And they will match up against the winner of something's going on tonight. Is it CBA St. Peter's?
That's what I'm going to see if we can get a result from that, because they're down and going the same time.
And that should be a barn burner. 15 seconds left here while you check that. Looks like Moser's going to walk out of here with a 6-point victory over Ralphie Barca.
No result yet.
Wow.
But it is CBA versus St. Peter's Prep right now.
And August Moser with a 9-3 victory at 285 for Delbarton. That brings their lead to 33-15. Great job by him. As we go to the final bout of the evening at 106 pounds. I mean, it's pointless to say at this point, but another hammer for Delbarton here. And this is freshman Finn Anderson, currently ranked number 6 in the state. And I believe this should be Chase Young for
I'm pretty
Bergen
sure.
Catholic.
I think so.
Again, we're a little cursed here with the announcer is refusing to announce the Bergen Catholic wrestlers' names,
Yeah,
which
I know.
I still find so interesting.
That's so weird.
But I think we've gotten it right in every match. I'm pretty sure. I've been trying to listen to the fans as they call out their names. I think we've been good the whole match. Hopefully.
Yeah, if we mess it up, don't blame us.
They weren't announcing it. We definitely got the Delbarton names right because they yell it out. And Don, I don't know what your thoughts are, but I'm thinking that regardless of what happens in this 106-pound match, I think a lot of folks were thinking Delbarton was going to score a lot more points. I feel like Bergen Catholic wrestled really well, a lot of tighter bouts than maybe folks thought. And like we talked about before, there's a couple matches that were in the balance that did go Delbarton's way late in the matches.
I think both teams have done a real great job of not really letting the moment get to them and keeping it, tight. The Gonzalez match is one you're talking about,
Yes.
Stuff like that. Those are easy, those are easy to kind of let get away, and that shows on both sides too.
Both sides. Yep.
The poise they have not to let those little situations happen. And, looking at some of them, if they pick up bonus with Gonzalez, if to say, Sazraka beats DeGeorge, being in control, we're looking at a completely different match.
Mulligan pulls out the match against Marquetti.
100%.
Where the match would be in the balance right here, just with what you just said.
Yeah. And those are the mistakes you can't make because you almost have to have the perfect game plan when you wrestle Delbarton.
Yeah.
Not saying Delbarton wouldn't have won it, if those situations happen, but if you want to give yourself a quality chance, you have to take advantage.
You do. Well, Finn Anderson with a 3-0 lead at the end of the first period, and Chase Young from Bergen Catholic will take down. And these are both freshmen here. And again, Finn Anderson ranked number 6 in the state.
It's funny because I've seen Finn Anderson wrestle a couple times this year, and he has this I know he's a freshman. He has this unassuming baby face. Like you see a wrestler, he got these angry looks, or he got the cauliflower or whatever.
Chiseled
He looks like this nice kid who would delivering my paper, and then he goes out there and just down. I'm like, whoa! It's just you just look at it, you're like, all right, cool.
Absolutely. He's looking for that roll through tilt right now.
He'd love to get,
There it comes. He did get 2 swipes there. He's going to bring his lead to 5-0. Chase Young had a big win against St. Joe's at 106. I forget who it is he beat. He was definitely not the favorite, and he pulled out an 8-0 major decision at 106 pounds in that big win against St. Joe's.
Let's see if I can get a score.
CBA St. Peter's.
Yeah.
Good ride here by Finn Anderson. 5-0 lead, 35 seconds to go, period number 2. We're in the final bout of this Delbarton Bergen Catholic clash here. 33-15 in favor of Delbarton. They locked it up a couple matches ago. But make no mistake about it, this has been a really good dual meet with a lot of tight matches between guys that we will see probably banging heads down in Atlantic City, and definitely some seeding implications based
100%.
on some of these results.
100%. That's what happens. That's honestly one of the more interesting things too about this, non-public A tournament. A lot of the talent they have here, they wind up wrestling each other, and you don't see a lot of guys getting bumped in the lineup and around. So
correct.
It's going to be easy to seed when it comes to some of these guys.
Yep, head-to-head's a big one. Yeah, and it just speaks to the level of competition these pro girls are taking on every year, whether it's traveling to some of the bigger tournaments. And, of course, just like you said, wrestling each other. You'll get these guys going down Atlantic City with, 8, 10 losses. Round one, they're knocking off guys that are, 30-2 that just have not wrestled the schedule and are not as battle-tested as they are. They don't shy away from anybody, whether it's Delbarton, Bergen Catholic, St. Joe's. They wrestle everybody. We were down at the Fab 50 duels. You had the best teams in the country there. Everyone just banging heads all day long.
So I have an update.
Oh.
St. Peter's Prep is leading 23-18 with 2 or 3 bouts to go. They're letting me know. So.
Wow. Okay, escape here by Anderson takes his lead to 6-0 over Chase Young from Bergen Catholic. Third period, minute 15 to go. See if Chase Young can fire a shot off here. Working a 2-on-1. Some hard clubbing and tie-ups in there by these two. Chase Young working that underhook. Good low single by Finn Anderson.
Pulls it in. Young scrambling not to give it up.
Yeah, he can pop that head. He's going to get it. And that takes his lead to 9-0. 10 seconds to go. That's going to be a major decision, most likely.
Yep. Going to make this score 37-15. Again, we're going to do it this way. The Harrington companies. Demolition Recycling. Harrington Construction. Hoffman Supply. You got a nice house, you want to make it better, Hoffman Supply. Home and Garden, throw up some trees, make it nice. You got a real dump, tear it down. Demolition Recycling, pave it over, charge some roof to park in your yard, to let them go to the city, make some money that way. Or Harrington Construction, you want to make it a little nicer, you want to do anything, the Harrington Companies, huge supporters of what we do here at GSHSW.com, and some huge supporters of wrestling as a whole in the state of New Jersey. We're going to come into the Harrington press box. Donald J. Brower, Thomas Farquhar. Congratulations on working with me. I know it was a big goal of yours.
Rite of passage as far as I'm concerned.
Talk about this. I mean, this is a matchup the score doesn't indicate how tight a lot of the wrestling was. Delbarton relied a lot on its, its stars like the Bettses and, the Jameses to get those bonus points. But just the wrestling we saw here, I think, was very good.
I do, too, and I was, again, very impressed with Bergen Catholic. They did win 4 bouts, and we had a couple that came right down to the wire. So a couple things go their way. This could have been a 7-7 split, but to your point, some of the big hammers, the big guns for Delbarton did get it done in terms of bonus points, and that was what the difference was. But, yeah, we had some really great bouts and just 2 really solid teams.
Yeah, this was a really great matchup. Tomorrow night, I'm taking the night off. I've already told Jared I'm taking the night off, so we're done tomorrow. I'll see him Sunday. But tomorrow night, we're going to be Del Val, James Clark, and John Kovac is going to be on the call for the Group 1 semis. And you're going to be on the call with John Rickert for the Group 3 semis at Brick Township.
Correct.
7 o'clock starts for those tomorrow?
7 o'clock starts.
7
Correct.
o'clock. The winners of those will go on the Sunday, and they'll wrestle for the overall group championships, where I was just looking it up. Morris Hills will wrestle Jackson for the first ever girls championship. Morris Hills upsetting High Point tonight, 35-30. 35-30. But listen, we've had a great time here tonight. Listen, anytime you want to work with me, I enjoy it. It's nice to lay out and listen to somebody else call stuff. But, for Thomas Farquhar, for Jarrett Klymas, for Trent Troller, for Alex Harrod-Teka. You can put your thumb in there, Alex. Come on, give him a thumbs up. Give him a thumbs up. There we go.
And
for
you got
Alex,
him in.
guy,
wow.
We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, New Jersey, for all the great comments and coverage. Remember, we still got districts, regions, states. We're going to be doing a live district preview next Wednesday. But for everyone here from Delbarton High School, we'll see you later.
Okay.